Friendships and a spiritual awakening. Wow. Have you lost your friends? Have you gained some friends? Right? When you go through a radical change in your life, an awakening, awakening, right? Lots of things will change. Lots of things will change. Our relationships are at the core of how we live, aren't they? Our relationships are very much the way that we are, and our relationships speak volumes about where we are as well. Now, when it comes to friendships during a spiritual awakening, your friendships, right, will be divided into certain different friendships. Before a spiritual awakening, if you're somebody who had a lot of friends, again, friends, which sort of friends do you have? Are they friends that are in your inner circle? Are these the people that you call every time something goes wrong? Are these acquaintances? Are these people that you would invite to a party or to a function, but perhaps you're not on the phone to them every other day? Or are these people that you know, right, from very, very long time ago, or you know of these people and you might see them once or twice a year, right? So there are different types of friends, there are different types of friend circles. Now, during a spiritual awakening, those that are closest in the inner circle are most affected because of our awakening, because of what we're going through. And why are these affected? Again, comes down to a shift in your vibration, a shift in your consciousness, a shift as a result of this. Because of the consciousness have shifted, then a shift in perspective, a shift in projection, a shift in your personality, a shift in the way that you view a friendship, a shift in what you expect of friends, a shift in how you are as a friend, right? And most importantly, a shift in whether there is a dependency on any friend or a friendship. All of these things will shift, and what determines them? So if you're somebody who was already quite codependent, or you're somebody who came from a place where you needed friends or had friends to validate you, to make you feel accepted, and you were popular because you wanted to be in that place, with a spiritual awakening, all that is going to crumble. On the other hand, if you were somebody who was very securely attached, had a very good, a normal upbringing, and you were somebody who was popular, you had a few good friends, you didn't feel the need to have any friends, but those friends were there, right? Now, your friendship will be tested here, because as long as they can understand, as long as they are balanced, right, as you're going through all of this, in fact, they can serve as an enlightened witness, as a support for you as you go through this. Now, if there is no support as you're going through a spiritual awakening, and you feel that the belief systems no longer match, chances are that that friendship also will fall off. Now, one of the tenets, one of the things that you will feel absolutely as a must have in any friendship, any relationship, is authenticity and conscious living, without which you probably don't even want to indulge in any acquaintance, friendship, relationship of any sort, unless there is authenticity, which is why you may thrive on passers-by. You can have these very short conversations, and you probably at this stage still are very much acquainted, or have these far friends that you don't see all the time, and that it wouldn't matter so much. Your friendship wouldn't really hinge so much on whether or not they buy into your awakening, and whether or not you're on the same path, whether or not they understand it, because you're not that vested in that friendship. So the ones that you'll be more vested in are the ones that are probably going to crumble. So this is when you might have had a group of friends that used to hang out with, maybe they used to engage in certain things that you no longer have any interest in. And so if you've sort of moved and they haven't moved, and they're still there, and there is no midpoint, there's no way of still being together. Because remember, as you go through this, one thing that happens is that your vibration will change, your frequency will change. And when this happens, two people carrying a different vibration cannot coexist in the same space, right? You cannot share the same space over a long period of time. You can pass each other by, and in fact, two different vibrations, even when they pass each other by, will probably not even notice each other. And if there is any noticing, one might set somebody else off, or but that's another post, another story. But back to the friendships. Your friendships are going to go through quite something, right? Just as relationships do. Now these friendships, those that we are vested in, probably will break, right? But those that we are vested in, and those that, right, are pretty much unconditional, right? Where there's total acceptance, right? And where there's no judgment. Because remember, during your spiritual awakening, now the thing that is going to happen is your antenna is up. So you can feel everything. You can hear what people are not saying to you, which can be pretty troublesome in a friendship. Because if you have a friend who is playing mind games, or if you have friends that have their own issues, and this is when they're not really friends. Because actually, during your spiritual awakening process, if anything, it becomes quite difficult to have any friend. Because unless you have a friend that's a vibrational match, right, then you can really have a friendship. When there is no vibrational match and you're sort of two different vibrations, then it's a little bit hard to have a meaningful friendship. But you could probably have one that is at a distance, right? I hope this has answered some of your questions, because I know some of you wanted a post on friendships and a spiritual awakening. Any more questions, please don't forget to drop me a comment. And lots of love. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Take care of you and your spiritual awakening. Don't forget, you've come this far and you hold the key.